How's it going, everyone? This is the Anime Man. Welcome back to another episode of the monthly Otaku Collection, the show that I do at the end of every single month where I go over the manga, the anime, the merch, and other cool things, otaku things that I didn't really have time to put in a video of its own that I wanted to introduce you guys for this month. It is the month of March, and here in Japan, it's getting pretty freaking hectic. Obviously, that whole disease, that famous virus that I can't say in this video because weirdly enough, just saying the name of the damn thing is gonna get me demonetized. That thing is obviously just freaking out the entire world right now, and not to mention, now that it is springtime here in Japan, there is also the risk of hay fever with all of the pollen going around, and your boy has a pretty severe case of hay fever, so suffice it to say, I get some pretty dirty looks when I'm sniffling around everywhere. But I hope you guys so far have had an okay month. Hope you guys are staying safe. Make sure to wash your hands, hydrate, all that shit. I'm gonna be making a lot of cool videos in the upcoming months to keep you guys from being not too bored from your self-quarantine life. With that out of the way, let's move on to the manga and anime shits. Now, as always, with every monthly Otaku collection, let's start off with the manga. Now, I haven't really picked up a whole bunch of series. I feel like I say that every single goddamn month, but I haven't picked up a whole lot of series because I've been so busy making videos for you guys and all of that. But out of the few manga series that I did manage to pick up over the last couple of months, there are two series that I would like to introduce you guys to today. And unlike the previous two monthly Otaku collections for the year of 2020, no, it doesn't involve some kind of half-naked anime girl. Yes, I know, even though I may be a cis, straight, white male according to you Tumblrites out there, I do in fact read manga that doesn't have naked female ladies in it. Because the other thing that I like in manga more than my half-naked anime waifus is the genre of horror. And these two manga series right here are definitely fall more into that side of things rather than the latter, so let's go over them. This first series I like to recommend, so far I think only has one volume. It's pretty new. It's a brand new manga series from Shonen Jump Plus line. Now, I personally haven't really read a lot of Shonen Jump Plus stuff. I read a lot of Shonen Jump, like that shit was my childhood. This is a, I guess, thriller, but also kind of a romance drama, a kind of fucked up romance drama. And I love me my dark romance dramas, and this one so far is also looking very, very promising, but it is this one right here, simply titled Hina-chan Chenji. So the basic premise is, boom, there is this girl right here called Hina-chan looking sad AF, and that's because she isn't exactly the most popular girl in her class. She gets bullied a lot. You know, everybody goes through a lot of bullying in the school life. It sucks. But there is also a secret that Hina-chan hides that is a shared secret between her longtime childhood friend, Ren. Now, Ren, unlike Hina-chan, is the most popular guy in the class, and unfortunately, because of this secret that is held between Hina and Ren, they can't become as close as they were back when they were still young childhood friends. And that secret is that, for some strange, unknown supernatural reason, Hina-chan and Den-kun can switch bodies at will. All they have to do is just touch fingertips and say, change, and Hina will go into Ren's body and Ren will go into Hina's body. Now, that seems all fine and dandy. We've seen plenty of manga series like that. Kokoro Connect was a great example. But here's where the romance drama and more of the, I guess, messed up thriller side of things comes into the story. Because it turns out that even though Ren gets hit up by a lot of girls because he's the popular boy in the class, he actually finds out that he has someone that he likes. And that turns out to be his best male friend, Makoto. Yes, there is this whole shocking thing that literally they tell in the first goddamn chapter. Hina-chan's best friend, childhood friend, turns out to be a homosexual. And of course, he confesses his love to Makoto, but since Makoto is in fact straight, he obviously denies Ren. Ren is really upset about this. He wants to spend all of his time with the person he loves, essentially, which happens to be his best male friend. But because him in his male body can't get anywhere close to him because the boy that he loves is straight, he decides to switch bodies with Hina so that he can spend time with his crush, his male crush, in the body of a female. And it gets extra fucked up because it turns out then Makoto starts to fall in love with Hina. And so we get into this really messed up situation where Hina loses her virginity to Makoto while Ren is inside of her body. So in other words, Hina got NTR'd, sort of. But the thing is, it's not all bad news for Hina, because now Hina gets to be in Ren's body. In other words, the body of the most popular boy in school. So she gets to experience basically the polar opposite of what she was experiencing while she was getting bullied in Hina's body. It's this really interesting role reversal in more ways than one. A literal role reversal, but also a metaphorical role reversal, compiled with these fucked up and dark sides of school romance that makes Hina-chan Changi just so gripping. And I don't know what it is about these, I guess, like dark romance school dramas that I just fucking love, and it doesn't seem to be a genre that gets a whole lot of praise from a lot of people. I mean, a few years ago we had Kuzuno Honkai, which is essentially another manga slash anime series that also discovered the, I guess, darker sides of school romance. I absolutely loved it. A lot of people did not love it. But yeah, essentially, if you love your fucked up, dark school romance drama with a little bit of thriller thrown into it, I definitely recommend Hina-chan Changi. And the second manga series is definitely more on the straight up horror, survival horror thriller side of things, and I wasn't sure what to expect when I first picked up this manga series. I've got the first 2 volumes of this one. It sounded like a lot of manga series that I've already read. But then when I actually went into it, I found out that it was definitely a lot more interesting than what it looked on the surface side of things. And it is this one right here, simply titled Signaru 100. Now, first of all, what definitely caught my eye was this cover. There's just something so like gritty and dark about it that I just freaking love. Something about the dark red coloring, my boy. I swear I'm not insane, but I fucking love it. But basically, this is, again, set in a school similar to Hina-chan Change and almost every manga series out there, where there is this teacher that is getting absolutely fucking bullied. As a form of revenge, he decides to incorporate the psychology lessons that he learned overseas before teaching this class to essentially trick his students into getting brainwashed, into getting hypnotized. It's not just any type of hypnotism. In fact, it is a hypnotism that involves 100 different secret commands, which, if even one of them is fulfilled by the students, it will cause them to commit suicide. Now, what are these commands? Well, they can be something as simple as drinking out of a water bottle, exiting the school, taking off your shoes, sitting in the school hallway. And these 100 commands are not only unknown to the students involved, but they are also notified that if one kid survives in the class out of like 30 kids in the class, then only that one person gets to survive this hell. If I had to compare this manga to a pre-existing manga, I would definitely say it's similar to that of King's Game. Obviously not talking about the god-awful anime adaptation of King's Game. I'm talking about like the much better manga or original novel version of King's Game, which I actually do recommend you checking out if you were very disappointed in the anime adaptation like I was. But if you like the manga for King's Game, if you like your movies like Battle Royale, or it even has a little bit of liar game involved in it as well, with like the whole psychological battles between the students trying to fool each other in order to survive. If you like that little bit of psychological horror elements of that, then it is also added into this story quite well. Now, obviously I can't show you any of the images of this, but first of all, the art style, pretty goddamn brutal. And because this is published by Young Animal, which is definitely a lot more of an adult-oriented publication company, they don't fuck around with the violence in this, goddamn. But the cool thing about a story like this, which a lot of horror stories in this kind of genre tend to steer off way too far into, while Signal 100 doesn't, is that it doesn't have a lot of senseless violence. All of the violent scenes that you see in this manga is not only shocking, they don't overdo it, but is also necessary to build up the plot and I guess the overall dark and ominous feel of the narrative. And I feel that's really hard to balance, especially in a story like this, and especially in the genre of horror manga. But Signal 100 does it pretty well. In fact, some of these scenes are pretty goddamn gruesome. But hey, I may just be fucked up, but I love me my gruesome horror, man. I love me my guru. I know, I'm probably clinically insane, but let's not talk about that. But yeah, if you love yourself your horrible, gruesome survival horror that is also pretty mysterious and pretty entertaining so far, then I would definitely recommend Signaru 100. Alright, now let's move on to the merch. Now, if there is one thing that I did a lot of this month that I haven't done in quite a while, it's going out and buying some anime merch. I don't often go to Akihabara or go out actively to go anime merch shopping all that much, but I think like the middle of March, during when everybody and all my friends were out and about before the whole virus thing came about, I went out to Akihabara quite a bit to go do some shopping and to just go out and see if I could find anything for videos and stuff like that. And there are a couple of things that I managed to buy, a couple of things I managed to receive that I would like to check out and show you guys in this video. So the first thing is something that I myself bought with my own money. I just thought it was kind of interesting, especially when I saw online how much these things freaking go for, and I just wanted it because it looks freaking cool. It's this thing right here. As you can see, it says Pocket Monsters Ball Collection Special. Out of context, that sounds hilarious. So I bought this in an Ami in Akihabara, and as you can see right here, it says 7,100 yen for a second hand. Now, obviously, the definition of second hand in Japan is essentially the same as first hand anywhere else, because it's still packaged up in plastic. I saw how much these things go for on eBay, and they go for like double the price. Suffice it to say, I had to get my hands on this little thing, but I haven't actually opened it up yet, as you can see. So let's do that right now. All right, let's open that up. Oh god, what was that? I don't know. Woo! That is a clean box, bro. I'm all about sexy packaging in my anime merch, but let's open it up. Oh boy, look at that. Why am I getting so excited over some balls? So yeah, we got 11 types of balls here. You've got your standard Pokeball, Great Ball, Ultra Ball, Master Ball. Then I love how they threw in some different ones as well. Now let's see if I can remember my Pokeballs correctly. There's the Premier Ball right there, obviously. We got the Quick Ball. I believe that's the Heal Ball, Dusk Ball, Dive Ball, Luxury Ball. So the balls kind of look like this, but yeah, they open up somehow. That's very cool, so you can like store some like little things in there. And I've noticed here that this part is missing, and I'm assuming this is where the used section of this deal comes from, because usually they come with like these like little mints, and you can use these Pokeballs as like mint holders, which I thought was pretty cool. But I mean, you know, they're just mints. I can go to the store and buy mints whenever I want and fill them up. I mean, not that I'm gonna fill these with mints anyway, but you know what I mean. So yeah, that is so cool. That is so freaking cool. I'm probably gonna like, I have to find like somewhere on my shelf or in my office to like set these balls up just like nicely, like neatly. Also, which one's your favorite Pokeball out of these 11? I really like, for some reason, the Premier Ball. The most useful one in-game is definitely, obviously minus the Master Ball, is the Dusk Ball. Catching stuff at night or in caves, this is like your shit. But I really like Premier Balls for some reason. I don't know why, just like the kind of reverse, like red and white design of it. I think it's just super cool for some reason. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what your favorite ball is. And now the second bit of merch is, I guess, tying into the sponsor for today's video, and that is Kadokawa. I've been working with Kadokawa for quite a long time. They're one of Japan's biggest manga and light novel publishing companies out there. You know, all those Bookwalker stuff? Yeah, that's Kadokawa. So the lovely folks over at Kadokawa have asked me to promote their actually new anime merchandising store called EJ Anime Store. EJ standing for Entertainment Japan, obviously. And the website is essentially a merch store that houses all of your favorite anime merch, your gaming merch, any of that kind of weeby, nerdy merch that just gets the otaku frothing at the mouth. And this month they wanted me to promote some of their Sekiro merch out there. Now, I love me my From Software stuff. Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne, while it destroyed me on the inside, is an absolutely amazing and fun game. And Sekiro is right up there as well. Now, mind you, I haven't finished Sekiro. That game's hard as shit, but EJ Anime Store actually have some really cool pieces of Sekiro merch that I'd like to show off in this video. The first one is this towel that they gave me. This cool design right here. Oh man, first of all, this thing is fluffy as hell. Kind of strange for people who have never played Sekiro, but trust me, this is a really sleek little towel. And yes, don't worry, they also have shirts as well, because every good merch store needs to have some shirts. These like Sekiro designs look really freaking cool from like a distance. Up close, you know, it just looks like a bunch of squiggles, but from a distance, look how cool that thing is, dude. And would you believe it, the other shirt I've been wearing this whole video. Ooh, that's a nice, sleek little Sekiro design. We also have this other Sekiro towel right here. This one is obviously a lot more of an obvious reference to the Sekiro series itself. Still pretty sleek and cool and fluffy. It feels good on my face. But I think my favorite stuff is these Sekiro mugs right here. Now, I love me my mug cups. For some reason, I drink a lot of coffee, hashtag YouTuber life, am I right? And there's no better feeling than drinking coffee out of a sleekly designed mug cup. And EJ Anime Store has a number of these Sekiro mug cup designs. I think I like just like the simple black and white and also like kind of monotone texture that they have in all of these Sekiro designs. Big fan. So if you'd like to check out any of those Sekiro merchandise, then go over to the EJ Anime Store website, which I will leave the link to down in the description below. They ship to multiple countries worldwide. All of these products and merchandise are approved by Kadokawa themselves, so you can be satisfied with that quality Japan merch experience. And if you go to the EJ Anime Store website right now, until April the 8th, you can actually get an exclusive pre-order of all of the products from Sekiro that I just mentioned in this video. So again, make sure to go over and check it out if you enjoy your Sekiro. And don't worry, if you don't like your Sekiro, there is plenty of other awesome Japan quality anime merchandise out there. So thanks again to Kadokawa for sponsoring this video. Anyways guys, that's gonna do it for this month's monthly otaku collection. Thank you once again for joining in until the very end. Sorry I couldn't get a monthly giveaway in this episode up in time. This just, you know, the whole thing with the virus and everything is just making it really difficult for us to figure out and sort out these giveaways and whatnot. So hopefully next month we'll be able to organize a cool little giveaway for you guys, because I know you guys enjoy those a lot. So make sure to stick around for those, and also make sure to stick around for the cool videos I have set up for you guys next month. I know a lot of you guys are probably self-quarantining yourselves right now, so don't worry, your boy is here to give you the goods to satisfy your boredom during that time. Again guys, please stay safe, stay healthy, stay hydrated, make sure to wash your hands. My boys, hygiene is everything with this kind of stuff. Thank you for everybody who has been worrying about me, Inaki, and my family over in Japan about this whole thing. It's been shenanigans all over the world, but you know what? We gotta stay strong, stay healthy, stay strong, stay safe. But anyways guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Like and favorite if you enjoyed, subscribe for more banter, keep watching anime. Johnny!